Crop circles are mysterious and intricate formations that appear overnight in fields of crops, typically wheat, barley, or corn. These patterns often feature complex geometric designs, from simple circles to elaborate, multi-dimensional formations. The phenomenon first gained widespread attention in the 1970s, but strange occurrences like this can be traced back even further. What makes crop circles particularly puzzling is the precision and complexity of their patterns. These formations often appear on flat, level fields, with the plants bent in uniform directions, yet the stems are rarely broken, which seems to rule out natural explanations. They sometimes appear in the morning, seemingly overnight, without any visible explanation. People who have witnessed the formations happening have spoken of them with awe, describing how the patterns emerge without warning, almost as if overnight magic has taken place. The mystery surrounding crop circles has led to a wide range of theories. Some claim the circles are the work of extraterrestrial beings, offering messages from the cosmos, while others believe they are created by unknown earthly forces or the result of advanced, yet unknown, natural phenomena. Despite the claims of human hoaxers, the sheer complexity and mystery of these patterns have sparked debates that continue to this day. Are crop circles messages from otherworldly beings, or do they serve as a wake-up call from Earth's own consciousness, trying to communicate with humanity about our relationship with nature? Do they hold the key to an ancient cosmic language, or are they simply hoaxes designed to perplex and amaze? In this video, we'll explore the mystery of crop circles, analyze various theories, and delve into their potential meanings, looking at both their origins and their place in our modern world. The history of crop circles stretches far beyond the 1970s, when they first caught the attention of the media. While modern crop circles may seem like a relatively recent phenomenon, strange patterns appearing in crops have been recorded as far back as ancient times. Historical texts suggest that mysterious crop formations may have been documented as early as the 17th century in England, though the term crop circle wasn't coined until the late 20th century. In the 1600s, people in rural England reported sightings of unusual circular formations in fields, though these were often attributed to natural events like storms or unexplained weather phenomena. However, as time passed, reports of these formations became more frequent, especially in the 1970s when the phenomenon gained significant media attention. The modern crop circle era began in 1978, when the first truly complex designs began to appear in wheat fields in southern England. These intricate patterns sparked a mix of fascination and skepticism, especially as they seemed to appear overnight and with a precision that no one could easily explain. These early crop circles were generally simple circular formations, but as the years went on, they grew in complexity, with some designs stretching over hundreds of meters in diameter, creating highly sophisticated geometrical patterns. In the 1980s, crop circles began to gain international attention. The media frenzy around the crop circle phenomenon led to widespread public interest. Throughout this period, the mystery deepened as no clear explanation emerged. The intricacy and perfection of some of the designs were simply too complex for the general public to dismiss as easily fabricated. In 1991, two men, Doug Bauer and Dave Chorley, came forward claiming responsibility for creating the crop circles in southern England, using simple tools such as planks of wood and ropes. They stated that they had been creating crop circles as hoaxes since 1978, which led to widespread belief that all crop circles were human-made. The revelation was a significant turning point, offering an explanation for the phenomenon that matched the desires of skeptic hoaxers, using simple tools to create complex designs. However, Even though Doug and Dave's confession was widely accepted, skeptics and crop circle enthusiasts were not satisfied. Many argued that the complexity of some crop circles went beyond the capabilities of ordinary hoaxers. Some crop formations appeared with such precision and accuracy that it seemed unlikely that simple human hands could have achieved such feats without detection. For many, the idea that crop circles were created by mere hoaxers was too simplistic. There were aspects of the formations that defied conventional explanation, such as the plants bending without being damaged or broken. The geometry of certain patterns, along with the sheer size and scale, suggested something much more mysterious at play. As crop circles continued to appear and grow in complexity, theories expanded far beyond the idea of human hoaxers. What if they were created by extraterrestrial intelligence? Or perhaps they were not made by anyone at all, but were some form of natural phenomenon, an enigmatic message from Earth's own consciousness, trying to communicate with humanity. Despite Doug and Dave's public admission, the true origins of crop circles remain elusive, continuing to fuel speculation, curiosity, and debate to this day. One of the most popular and intriguing theories surrounding crop circles is that they are messages from extraterrestrials, beings from other worlds who are trying to communicate with humanity. This theory posits that the intricate designs appearing in fields could be a form of advanced communication, perhaps sent by beings with technology far beyond our own. The first real push toward the extraterrestrial hypothesis came during the early 1980s, when crop circle formations began to show an increasing complexity and precision that made it difficult to believe they were all created by human hands. Some of these formations featured incredibly detailed geometric patterns, often incorporating sacred geometry, which seemed to suggest a level of sophistication that ordinary hoaxers could not replicate. Many crop circle enthusiasts and researchers began to speculate that these formations were not random, but deliberately created as signals or messages. Some theorists believe that the circles are designed to convey information about the cosmos, or that they are part of a larger plan to make contact with Earth. According to this theory, extraterrestrial civilizations may be using crop circles to communicate in a universal language of geometry, which transcends the barriers of language and culture. The patterns found in some of the most intricate crop circles resemble sacred geometric symbols such as the flower of life, the Fibonacci sequence, and even the golden ratio. These mathematical patterns are often seen as symbols of universal truth's fundamental laws that govern the structure of the cosmos. This has led many to believe that the crop circles could be a way for extraterrestrials to impart hidden knowledge about the universe, mathematics, or even the nature of reality itself. Supporters of the extraterrestrial hypothesis often point to the perfect symmetry of some crop circle designs, which they argue would be incredibly difficult, if not impossible, to replicate by humans without leaving evidence of tools or trampling. Witnesses have also reported seeing unusual lights or UFO-like objects in the vicinity of crop circle formations, further fueling the idea that these formations could be the work of alien beings or their advanced technology. One of the most compelling aspects of the extraterrestrial theory is the idea that crop circles may be designed as messages, perhaps even a warning. Could they be trying to tell us something about our future? Some theorists suggest that these patterns are an urgent signal for humanity to change our ways, particularly with regard to environmental destruction, warfare, and our exploitation of natural resources. Others speculate that crop circles could be an attempt by extraterrestrials to guide humanity toward a new level of consciousness or spiritual awakening, one that connects us more deeply with the Earth and the cosmos. UFO sightings and crop circles. The link between UFOs and crop circles cannot be ignored, as many crop circle enthusiasts report having seen unidentified flying objects or strange lights near crop circle sites. In some cases, witnesses describe lights that seem to hover over fields just before the circles appear. These reports have led to the belief that crop circles could be created by UFOs or alien crafts, possibly using advanced technology to manipulate the crops in precise formations. One theory is that extraterrestrial crafts may use energy fields or electromagnetic pulses to create the perfectly designed shapes without directly interacting with the crops. This could explain why the plants are bent but not broken, maintaining their life and structure even after the formation appears. While there's no conclusive proof that UFOs are involved, the connection between crop circles and unexplained aerial phenomena continues to fuel the extraterrestrial theory. Famous crop circles and extraterrestrial influence. Some of the most famous and well-documented crop circles are those that are so intricate, symmetrical, and large in scale that it's hard to imagine how they could have been created by humans. The 1990s brought a surge in attention to crop circles, especially after the appearance of the Chilbolton crop circle in 2001, which depicted a human face with a series of binary codes below it, as well as an image resembling a gray alien. This crop formation captured the public's attention because it seemed to resemble the famous gray alien depicted in UFO sightings, lending further credence to the idea that these formations could be messages from extraterrestrial sources. Some people believe that these complex designs represent a form of communication that humans are simply not equipped to understand, possibly due to the limits of our language, technology, and consciousness. The idea is that extraterrestrials might be using sacred geometry, the universal language of shapes and patterns, as a way to bridge the gap between our understanding and theirs. While many people point to extraterrestrial influences as the cause of crop circles, there is also a growing belief that these formations are not the work of beings from other planets, but instead messages from Earth itself. This theory posits that the crop circles are a manifestation of the Earth's own consciousness, a way for the planet to communicate with humanity about its state and the need to reconnect with nature. This idea, known as the Gaia hypothesis, is based on the belief that the Earth is a living organism with its own awareness and energy. According to this theory, the planet's consciousness is not only reflected in the ecosystems and natural processes, but also in the patterns and phenomena that emerge in the natural world, such as crop circles. The theory suggests that the Earth itself might be trying to communicate with humanity, using crop circles as a way to convey a message about the importance of balance, sustainability, and respect for the environment. The Earth as a living consciousness. The Gaia hypothesis, first popularized by James Lovelock in the 1970s, suggests that the Earth functions as a self-regulating system. Lovelock argued that the biosphere, atmosphere, and oceans interact in such a way that the Earth's environment remains conducive to life. Under this theory, Earth is seen not just as a rocky planet in space, but as a living, breathing entity capable of sustaining life through a delicate balance of energy, temperature, and natural processes. Crop circles could then be seen as a way for the planet's consciousness to reach out to humanity. In this view, Earth is not an inanimate object, but a sentient being that has been trying to communicate its distress over how humans have treated the environment. Some believe that crop circles are an expression of the planet's energy fields, a natural response to the way human civilization has disrupted the natural order. The role of sacred geometry in Earth's message. One of the key aspects of this theory is the role of sacred geometry in crop circles. The intricate patterns often found in crop circles resemble geometric principles that have been used throughout history by ancient civilizations like the Egyptians, Greeks, and the Mayans, symbols of the universal laws that govern creation. These symbols, such as the flower of life, the Fibonacci sequence, and the golden ratio, are believed to represent the blueprint of the cosmic order and are thought to encode hidden knowledge about the structure of reality. For some theorists, the fact that many crop circles display these sacred geometrical patterns is seen as evidence that they are messages from Earth's consciousness. The patterns may be trying to reconnect humanity with these ancient, universal truths. The belief is that by understanding these symbols, humans can rediscover their connection with the Earth, the cosmos, and the spiritual forces that govern life. The spiritual significance of sacred geometry is often cited as an indication that crop circles are not merely random or accidental patterns. Instead, the mathematical precision and the cosmic harmony embedded in these formations suggest that they may be a deliberate attempt to realign humanity with the natural laws of the universe, reminding us that balance and order are essential for both our survival and our spiritual awakening. Crop circles as Earth's cry for help. Another interpretation of crop circles as messages from Earth's consciousness is that they represent the planet's desperation and cry for help. Many crop circle enthusiasts believe that the Earth is sending us a warning, a wake-up call about the consequences of our environmental destruction. The rise in crop circle activity during times of ecological crises or environmental disasters is seen by some as a sign that the planet is trying to communicate its urgency. If this theory is correct, crop circles could be viewed as symbols of Earth's distress, indicators of how the planet is trying to reach us at a deeper, energetic level. These intricate patterns may be a reflection of the Earth's own energetic balance being disturbed by human activity, and they could be a call for us to return to harmony with the natural world. The theory also suggests that the crop circles may be symbols of healing, acting as energetic gateways that can help us reconnect with the Earth on a spiritual level. They could serve as a reminder of the importance of sustainability and eco-consciousness, encouraging humanity to live more in tune with the planet's natural rhythms. While many people are captivated by the mystery of crop circles, the scientific community has approached the phenomenon with a heavy dose of skepticism. From the outset, the appearance of intricate crop patterns led many to dismiss them as mere hoaxes, and the notion that they were the work of extraterrestrials or Earth's consciousness has been met with considerable doubt. Instead, most scientists focus on explaining crop circles through more conventional means: human activity, natural phenomena, and even the power of psychological suggestion. The majority of crop circles have been shown to be the work of hoaxers, often using simple tools such as planks of wood, ropes, and boards to create the formations. The Doug and Dave story, where two Englishmen confessed to creating crop circles as part of a long-running prank, played a major role in promoting the idea that most crop circles were human-made hoaxes. Their confession seemed to offer a clear, rational explanation for the phenomenon, one that satisfied many skeptics and led the mainstream to dismiss crop circles as little more than clever tricks. Human-made hoaxes and theories of deception. Human hoaxing is the most widely accepted explanation for the majority of crop circles. Many researchers point to the fact that planks, ropes, and boards are commonly used tools for creating crop circles, especially the simpler designs. Hoaxers often use these tools to bend the crop in specific patterns, which gives the illusion of the intricate geometric designs that crop circles are known for. The idea that hoaxers are responsible for crop circles is further supported by eyewitness accounts of people seeing groups of individuals creating formations during the night. Several documentaries and investigations have explored this theory, showing how groups of hoaxers are able to construct elaborate crop circles in fields, sometimes without leaving any trace of the tools used. One of the reasons that crop circles have continued to appear, despite the exposure of hoaxers, is the sheer scale and complexity of the formations. While some patterns are relatively simple, others seem too perfect or elaborate to have been created by human hands, prompting some to suggest that perhaps there's more going on. Scientific research on crop circles. While much of the crop circle phenomenon has been dismissed by the scientific community as a social construct or a product of human creativity, there has been some interesting research conducted into the effects that crop circles have on the plants themselves. A number of studies have focused on the physical changes that occur in the crops where the circles appear. In some instances, researchers have found that the plants inside crop circles exhibit unusual growth patterns. For example, the plants in crop circles sometimes grow in a spiral formation or show bending that is unlike the typical behavior of plants exposed to high winds or other natural forces. Some researchers have also noted that the plants in crop circles appear to be irradiated with blisters or altered cellular structures that could suggest exposure to a form of energy that is beyond the usual agricultural processes. These anomalous findings have led to the suggestion that electromagnetic fields or energy anomalies might play a role in the formation of crop circles. Some scientists believe that certain energy phenomena like electric fields, geomagnetic disturbances, or unseen atmospheric forces could be affecting the crops and causing them to bend in these precise and symmetrical patterns. One of the key challenges in studying crop circles scientifically is the lack of consistent evidence. While some researchers claim to have documented physical changes in the crops, others argue that these findings are either inconclusive or could be explained by other environmental factors, like changes in temperature, humidity, or soil composition. Psychological factors. The power of suggestion. Another scientific explanation for crop circles lies in the power of psychological suggestion. The phenomenon of pareidolia, the tendency of humans to perceive patterns where none exist, plays a role in how people interpret crop circles. Some researchers suggest that people may see these formations as intricate designs because they are primed to do so. The human mind is naturally drawn to recognize patterns and order in nature, especially in familiar shapes like circles and spirals. The social and psychological impact of crop circles cannot be underestimated. As people have become more aware of crop circles, the expectation of their appearance has become self-fulfilling. Crop circle enthusiasts and researchers have reported that once a crop circle is discovered, it often leads to a rush of media attention and a growing public fascination. This can encourage more people to look for them, leading to further sightings and, in some cases, even fabrications based on the expectation of these patterns. The intricate patterns found in crop circles are often described as representations of sacred geometry, a universal language of shapes and forms that transcends culture and time. Sacred geometry is the study of the fundamental patterns that are believed to underlie the structure of the cosmos. These geometric patterns, such as circles, spirals, and triangles, have been revered by ancient civilizations for centuries, often seen as symbols of cosmic order, creation, and divine design. What is truly fascinating about crop circles is that many of them seem to perfectly align with these ancient geometric symbols, almost as if they were deliberately designed to echo these fundamental principles of the universe. The most common shapes found in crop circles are perfect circles, and spirals. Patterns that have been linked to sacred symbols like the flower of life and the Fibonacci sequence, mathematical representations of growth and harmony found throughout nature. The flower of life, a geometric pattern composed of overlapping circles, is an ancient symbol that has been used in various spiritual and esoteric traditions to represent the interconnectedness of all life. The Fibonacci sequence, which appears in the arrangement of leaves, flowers, and shells in nature, also shows up in many crop circle formations. These patterns embody the very essence of how life grows and evolves, and their appearance in crop circles raises the question: are these shapes part of a hidden message from an intelligence that understands the sacred laws of the universe? Many believe that the geometrical precision of crop circles is not simply the result of human effort. The complexity of some formations suggests that these designs are encoded with hidden knowledge, knowledge that speaks to the deep mathematical structure of the universe. Some theorists propose that crop circles are not just random designs, but that they are meant to communicate something much deeper, perhaps a kind of universal truth about the cosmos, about the nature of existence, and our place within it. The connection between sacred geometry and crop circles is not a new one. Ancient civilizations, from the Egyptians to the Greeks to the Mayans, built their sacred sites and monuments around the principles of sacred geometry. The pyramids of Egypt, the Parthenon in Greece, and the Mayan temples all exhibit precise geometric alignment with celestial bodies and sacred numbers. These ancient cultures understood the profound significance of these shapes and how they connected the physical world to the divine. The fact that crop circles today often reflect these same sacred patterns suggests that the phenomena may be trying to remind us of something we have forgotten, something ancient, profound, and deeply interconnected with the world around us. Moreover, these geometric patterns are not just shapes, they are also believed to carry energetic signatures. It is thought that certain geometric shapes can influence the energy fields of the earth and even the human body. In some spiritual and metaphysical traditions, sacred geometry is said to have the power to heal, harmonize, and balance. The appearance of these shapes in crop circles could be seen as an attempt to realign or recalibrate the energy of the planet and its inhabitants, urging us to reconnect with a higher, more harmonious state of being. Crop circles are often regarded as a form of divine communication, and the sacred geometrical patterns embedded in them might be the key to understanding this message. The designs may not be random, but rather intentional symbols meant to guide humanity toward a greater understanding of the universe and our place within it. The recurring presence of sacred geometry in crop circles suggests that there might be a deeper wisdom at work that transcends human understanding and taps into the universal truths that govern all of creation. As we explore the possibility that crop circles are encoded with this ancient wisdom, we begin to understand that these formations may not be mere mysteries to be solved, but messages to be decoded. The geometry is not just art or decoration, it is the language of the universe itself, a language that speaks to the deep interconnectedness of all things. Whether these patterns are created by extraterrestrials, Earth's consciousness, or some other source remains an open question, but the presence of sacred geometry in crop circles suggests that there is a higher order at work, one that is trying to reach us and help us remember something profound about the world around us. Throughout history, humanity has used symbols, patterns, and geometric designs to understand the universe, align with celestial bodies, and honor the natural world. The emergence of crop circles, with their intricate and often sacred geometry, may not be as modern as we think. In fact, many of the shapes found in crop circles bear striking resemblance to symbols used by ancient civilizations. This connection between crop circles and ancient cultures invites us to consider whether these formations are a continuation of ancient wisdom preserved over millennia, or whether they are an entirely new phenomenon offering messages that echo the knowledge of the past. For centuries, cultures around the world have revered geometric patterns as representations of divine order. In ancient Egypt, sacred geometry was the foundation of their temples and pyramids, and the golden ratio was used to design structures that aligned with cosmic forces. Similarly, the Mayan civilization built their sacred cities and temples according to a precise understanding of the universe's geometric patterns, aligning their structures with the movements of the stars and planets. The Celtic people, with their intricate knots and spirals, were also deeply connected to the energies of nature and the universe, seeing the circle as a symbol of eternal life and infinite cycles. Crop circles, with their profound use of geometry and symbolism, seem to carry an undeniable connection to these ancient traditions. For instance, the intricate spirals and interlocking circles that appear in crop fields are reminiscent of the designs found in ancient sacred sites such as Stonehenge, Newgrange, and the pyramids of Egypt. These locations were carefully constructed using sacred geometry, and many align with celestial events like solstices and equinoxes. Similarly, the Fibonacci sequence, often present in crop circles, was recognized by the Greeks and other ancient cultures as a key mathematical pattern that governed both natural and divine order. There are also intriguing parallels between crop circles and the concept of the cosmic wheel seen in many ancient cultures. The Mayan calendar, for example, was based on cycles of time that were reflected in the wheel of life, a symbol of death, rebirth, and eternity. In Celtic tradition, the wheel of the year represented the changing of the seasons and the natural rhythms of life. Many crop circle formations echo these symbolic representations of time, nature, and cosmic order. The fact that some crop circles appear in fields places that were once sacred and ritually important in ancient cultures only strengthens the connection between crop circles and the spiritual and ceremonial traditions of past civilizations. There are also those who believe that crop circles could be a message from the ancient ancestors, who left us clues about the universe and our role within it. These messages might not be from alien beings, but from the collective memory of humanity's earliest cultures, encoded in patterns of sacred geometry. In this view, crop circles are a form of modern-day prophecy, connecting us to the ancient knowledge and wisdom that has been passed down through generations. The ancient Egyptians, for instance, designed their pyramids to align with the stars of the Orion constellation, which was believed to be the home of their gods. Similarly, many crop circle formations are thought to align with astronomical events, such as solstices, lunar phases, or even star constellations. This alignment suggests that the crop circles may be in some way tied to the ancient human desire to align with the cosmosto, recognize that we are part of something much greater than ourselves. In addition, ancient cultures often believed that sacred spaces, be temples, megalithic structures, or ritualistic sites were places where the veil between worlds was thin, allowing for divine communication. Crop circles, with their sudden appearance in fields and their often mysterious nature, could be seen as modern-day sacred sites, places where the boundaries between the earthly and the divine are blurred. Just as ancient peoples used their geometric symbols and structures to connect with higher forces, crop circles may represent a continuation of that tradition, offering us a chance to reconnect with the wisdom of the past. The mystical connection between crop circles and ancient cultures goes beyond just the geometric patterns. They also represent a deeper spiritual calling. Ancient cultures saw the earth as a living entity, one that was deeply interconnected with the heavens. In Native American traditions, the earth was often referred to as Mother Earth, a living, breathing force with which humans were meant to live in harmony. This connection between nature and the cosmic forces resonates with the messages that crop circles are often believed to carry, a reminder that humanity is intricately linked to the Earth and the universe. As we've explored the various theories behind crop circles, one of the most enduring questions remains: are these formations the result of human creativity, or do they represent something much more profound and mysterious? The scientific community, skeptical by nature, tends to lean toward human explanations, often focusing on hoaxes or natural phenomena. Yet the complexity and precision of many crop circles continue to defy simple explanations, making it difficult to dismiss the idea that something beyond human creation might be involved. The idea that crop circles are human-made has been the dominant explanation for years, with hoaxers coming forward to claim responsibility for many of the formations. It's true that some crop circles have been created by people using planks of wood, ropes, and other simple tools. These human-made circles typically appear in fields with designs that seem plausible, but may lack the intricate complexity and perfection of the most famous formations. However, even within this camp, there are those who argue that not all crop circles can be explained as hoaxes. The sheer scale, geometry, and sometimes the impossible precision of certain patterns make it hard to believe that they could have been constructed by hoaxers, particularly in the dead of night, without leaving any trace. Take, for example, the formation in Chilbolton, England, which appeared in 2001. This particular crop circle was unlike most others. It featured the image of a humanoid face, resembling the now iconic gray alien often seen in UFO sightings, alongside a sequence of binary code. This formation stood out for its level of detail and sophistication, leading many to wonder if human hoaxers could have possibly created such a complex design without tools or equipment that would have been detectable by onlookers. Critics of the human-made theory often point to the lack of tool marks or evidence of hoaxing methods found within these formations. How, for instance, could someone manipulate a large expanse of crop without leaving visible signs of human involvement? The nature of the bent plants, which often show no signs of being broken or damaged, only adds to the mystery. At the same time, the skepticism around crop circles is understandable. Human creativity is capable of incredible feats, and it's possible that some formations are elaborate hoaxes. The widespread fascination with the phenomenon, coupled with the media coverage and the psychological allure of mystery, may encourage more hoaxing as a form of performance art, as a prank, or simply as a way to engage with a popular mystery. Yet, no matter how convincing these hoaxes may appear, there's still the nagging question of how some crop circles, especially the larger, more intricate ones, seem to manifest so quickly and with such precision. And if humans are behind all crop circles, why do so many appear in the same areas? And why do similar formations appear all over the world, sometimes in remote locations with few or no witnesses? This leads us to the idea that natural phenomena, or some yet undiscovered force, could be responsible. A variety of environmental explanations have been proposed, from electromagnetic anomalies to weather patterns to even energy vortices. Some researchers argue that certain areas on Earth, known as ley lines, invisible paths of energy, that some believe connect sacred sites, could be influencing the formation of crop circles. Electromagnetic fields may play a role in how the crops are bent and how the patterns appear. Others suggest that microclimates or unusual weather conditions could create spirals or patterns in the crops, especially when winds, dew, and moisture interact with plants in unique ways. However, these natural explanations still don't quite account for the perfect geometry and the advanced symbolism found in many crop circles. While natural forces like wind, rain, and electromagnetic disturbances could possibly cause patterns in the crops, it's hard to believe they would create the intricate, purposeful designs seen in these formations, which often resemble ancient symbols or sacred geometry. Could these intricate patterns be the result of a force or energy beyond our current scientific understanding? Some people believe that crop circles are not of human origin and that they are, in fact, messages from extraterrestrials or higher consciousness, whether from otherworldly beings, a universal intelligence, or even from Earth itself. The idea of crop circles as a form of alien communication isn't new. Many theorists argue that these patterns are a way for extraterrestrials to communicate with humanity, using geometric designs as a universal language that transcends the limitations of human speech.